Hello, love. Welcome to Transmission Tuesdays here on the Libran Key. These are messages for the highest and the greatest good of the ELSH collective, Empaths, Lightworkers, Starseeds and Healers, awakened and awakening souls here for the ascension process, here for the expansion of consciousness of Momma Gaia. These are galactic, cosmic messages, transmission messages, frequency messages coming straight through the portal of this video for you. Family, thank you for being here. Thank you for returning here. And if you're new here, thank you for being here. Sending you so much love, each and every one of you, wherever you are, here on this beautiful planet we call Mother Earth. Commander Ashtar and Lazar here for this message. Wanting to keep it very simple. This is going to be a bit of a check-in from what they're showing me. Also potentially a confirmation for you here as well with regard to the questions being asked and perhaps what you've been thinking about, okay? They show me the image of an ancient ship, and I do not know the name for this ship, but it is... They're bringing it back to Greece. These were those ships that had rows and rows of oars that were powered by men, essentially. And I heard the phrase heave ho, heave ho. All these men working in tandem, exerting all of this energy. And then one man sitting at the front of the ship steering it. And the question that they want to ask us is, in what direction are you heave-hoing? In what direction are we heave-hoing? Where are we exerting our energies? What are we paying attention to? And what system are we giving our energies to? So there's a message here of really understanding the importance of our energy output and where we are directing that energy. There is a message here of transmutation that wants to come through as well, but specifically they're directing me to distraction. I'm going to write that down because I feel like that might be part of the title here. How the system is being, I'm hearing wedged between our ability to get to the next level, to move forward, to expand. It's creating a wedge between where we are now and where we want to be in terms of this ascension process, this expansion of consciousness. This could even be something as simple as feeling a gap between where you are now and where you want to be, okay? They really want to emphasize here distraction. Because if any of you are familiar with human design, okay, and I mean, I've only scratched the surface with human design. Please leave a comment down below if you're familiar with any of this, because I'm always fascinated when other people know about human design. It's not something that is very commonly spoken about. We get a lot of astrology that we talk about, our charts, etc., all that jazz. I do see how human design is actually, more and more people are waking up to it, and teachings of it, the knowledge of it, the wisdom in it, and understanding ourselves more deeply and how we work. But they're giving me the analogy here of what Ra-Uru talks about with regards to generators being the perfect slaves, okay? Drop a comment below if you know what I'm talking about, because this is the generators in human design have an almost like a continual renewable source of energy. And they make great slaves because of that. right? That is one of the things that he speaks of, right? What what makes them so great is that they have this inextinguishable resource of energy. They're very easily connected to their energy centers, their ability to produce many different things, to do work. And when you are a generator, you can very easily work your ass off, because it comes naturally to you, for essentially someone else's system or someone else's dreams. Hence, you make a really great slave, okay? I do not mean to trigger anybody when I say this. Please understand that this is, and I realize that probably people would get triggered by when he would say this, because he was very outspoken about it, right? It was just like, he'd say it the way it was, because the intention was to wake people up. It was to wake people up, not to be hurtful, not to trigger anybody, but to wake people up to the reality of where we are pushing our energy, where we are directing our energy, okay? And now what they're showing me is they're tying this into distraction, okay? So this really, let's call it an inextinguishable life force of energy that we can tap into at any time. And especially if you're generators, you're going to understand this, right? And that feeling of it, right? It's a little different for the energy of projectors or reflectors, for that matter. Reflectors are very rare. And manifestors, and even manifesting generators, from what I've seen, from the people that I know who are manifesting generators, right? Generators can just go, 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 go. It's like there's an energy here of always, and it's funny because it's not always, it doesn't come up in the ways of being too much in a masculine energy. I don't want it to be confused with that. And it could take a whole other video to get into this, right? So again, I'm just giving sort of a breadth of kind of like an overview of the energy that they're trying to bring through with regard to this, okay? Essentially, thank you, they're connecting it to creativity, to just this energy, this creative energy that's constantly flowing, okay? Constantly flowing. Now they're showing me, we all have access to this, whether you are a manifestor, whether you are a generator, we all have access to it. We access it in different ways. The important thing is, though, is how are we channeling it? How are we channeling this energy? Because a lot of what they're showing me, a lot of life force energy is put into distractions. And distractions are put into place in a system to deliberately get us off course. Okay. So they're showing me images here of TV. I'm seeing like someone like vegging out in front of a TV, couch potato, typical couch potato kind of thing, where it's like they're showing me binge watching TV. They're showing me things like, binge watching, pick your streaming of choice. Why is it, they're also saying to me, why do we have so many of these things now? And, there is an agenda behind that. Now, to which degree you believe that agenda is, they don't really want to focus on that, because there's rabbit holes that you can go down with that. What they want to focus on is simply purely the energy and the state of consciousness that shifts with regard to this kind of programming. There's a reason why it's called programming on TV. There's a reason why it's called programming on all these different platforms. It's like, choose your programming. What is your programming of choice? And I'm also hearing with a lot of these, especially TV and the majority of these platforms, they're giving me the phrase, choose your own poison. Choose your own poison. Because there is not a lot that is the majority of what we see on these platforms is not where it's not conducive to where we, especially those of us who are more attuned to this ascension process, to the expansion of consciousness. There's limited consciousnesses within the programming of these platforms. It's limited. And when it comes to the agenda, a lot of this has to do with our neuroprogramming and our nervous system. The way that a lot of these companies know that our psychology works. And because of that, they are exploiting, in essence, an aspect of our humanity, an aspect of our psychology. Okay? They simply, through this message, want to bring awareness to the preciousness of our energy and how we are directing that. What are we giving weight to? What are we paying attention to? What system, what programming are we giving our attention to? Because we're at a crucial juncture, is what they're showing me, with regard to, because of the amping up of these energies currently, though all of that energy is amplified, right? So, and it's funny because I have come across this in different things that I've seen online within different communities who are speaking to ascension, who are speaking to consciousness, the expansion of consciousness, all of it, right? That things are magnified. So the more you practice awareness around your own consciousness, the more you practice regulating your nervous system, the more you practice actions of good health and functionality, is how they're showing it to me, those things are at this time being amped up even more. So it's like you're adding like times 10, times 100 even, to what you're already feeling, to your process, to what you are also, what's the word here? It's reverberating is what they're giving me. Yeah, echoing, vibrating out to the energy field around you, okay? On the flip side of that, mindlessly scrolling through a feed, like on whether it's like, you know, pick your social media platform of choice, mindlessly scrolling, and they're being really, really specific here. This isn't about, like, you know, you can still be getting onto these platforms and being very conscientious and being very conscious of what you are looking at and seeing, 100%. But what they're saying is understand that they are made in a way to keep us sucked in, okay? So most people, right, are mindlessly scrolling through their feeds. Well, that energy is being amped up. And funny enough, it's even happening more potently with those of us who are uber aware of those things already. But they're bringing in also an energy here of having compassion for the fact that this can happen to any one of us, you know. We hit maybe those, like we hit a threshold of exhaustion. We're not paying attention. We fall back into habits and patterns, and they simply want us to bring more awareness and to make that intention now for each and every one of us who are sharing energy in this video, okay, who are part of this. So that's where they want me to stop. And they essentially want to bring that energy and that frequency through right now. To bring in the intention of awareness right now. Lazar is showing me the color purple. Not the book, the purple ray. He's bringing in the purple ray. It's interesting because in that book, if I'm not mistaken, and I'm talking about the original book, I'm not talking about any movies that were made of it, I'm talking about the original words in those books. that frequency, that energy of the book, because there are books that have been taken, made into films and movies, and there's layers of programming in that too, okay? So I'm talking about that original intention. And in that particular book, I remember there's a line about talking about, it's something along the lines of God or divinity being in the color purple. 1515 on the counter as I say that. 6 and 6. Venus, Venusian harmony energies. That reduces to a 12. That's 3, the number of creation. And Trinity. I'm seeing 369 now. They're showing me secrets in terms of what we understand. There's a lot coming through now. Nikola Tesla, energy, frequency, vibration, okay? All of it. All of it. This ray, this purple ray, I am seeing it coming in very violet-like, luminescent, but also like a deep purple color. Again, not the band. But I mean, isn't this crazy? How many kinds of ways that things can be interpreted. And they really want to bring in the energy here of discernment and nuance, especially when it comes to the programming, okay? So meditating on the color ray purple. He's also showing me amethyst. There's something with regard to this and setting an intention. So close your eyes right now. He's inviting us all to do this of your own free will, of course. And fill your mind's eye with whatever color or range of purple that comes into your mind's eye first. Is it more violet-like? Is it deeper in color? He's even showing me kind of a luminescent sort of lilac mauve color. And I'm also seeing some luminescent white energy coming in there as well. The Lyrans, again, connected to this golden ray too, so that's coming through. I'm even seeing a little bit of turquoise. So some of us are needing also to focus on the throat center with regard to this. Some of us needing to also speak up perhaps about this, okay, with regard to setting an intention around awareness, speaking it out, okay? Setting this intention of awareness right now to when we are distracted. Simply being aware of the distraction. So he's showing me now this energy, the colors that you're seeing, moving in and around your body, down your pillar of light even. I'm also seeing a lot of activation energy around the third eye with this too, okay? Got a beautiful crow flying right outside of the window. That's beautiful, okay? The energy of awareness and the energy of awareness and intention. There is magic to that. That is what the crow spirit is bringing through. Setting the seed of intention simply. He's also pointing me, Lazar, and Commander Ashtar too. There's been a lot that we've been talking about with regard to regulating our nervous systems. When one of the ways and part of the agenda, so to speak, with this scrolling is that it creates, there's a dopamine kick that we get. Not always, but there's something in this endless scrolling action that is temporarily, but very cheaply, is what they're showing me, regulating our nervous system. So when we're already in a dysregulated state or stressed out or anxious about something, mindlessly doing things is a way to placate or pacify this dysregulation. A much healthier option is to tap, do breath work, close your eyes, havening. Those are healthier options. So they are inviting us to first be aware, set the intention in our mind. We're doing that right now with the energy and the frequency coming through this video. And then, and I mean, you can even write this out. It's up to you beyond this point, what you want to do to create that reminder. Put it on a note, stick it up on your bathroom mirror, put it somewhere where you'll see it every day. setting the intention of awareness around distraction, when you get distracted, when perhaps you are looking to get to distractions to regulate your nervous system, and then coming back to that, practicing some kind of technique. And it could only take 5 minutes. You can regulate your vagus nerve with 3 deep breaths. And I just learned this recently from Kate Northrup, helical breathing. 3 deep breaths. And that's a patterning. It doesn't work for everybody, but it works for some people. Find what works for you, because your energy is everything. You know how we keep on hearing this phrase, energy is the new currency? This is exactly what they're speaking to, because your energy is, you know how we say worth your weight in gold? Your energy is everything. Your frequency is everything. That is what's going to shift things, okay? They want me to pop a couple cards here. Let's see what's going to come out. And I'm also bringing in the energy here of Moldavite and clear quartz. So these are also energies that you can work with. Now, Moldavite, you know, this is there's a lot of energy in Moldavite, okay? So again, do what is right for you in terms of the energies that you're ready to work with. You will know, okay? You know, yeah, Moldavite is no joke, okay? So, and I mean, it's not just the only, it's not, there's other crystals like that too, but we're talking about a very cosmic, galactic energy with Moldavite mixed with Momma Gaia. You amp that up with a little clear quartz, okay? You can use these also separately or together as well. But essentially, this was a lot of this wanting to bring in a much higher, more cosmic, I should say, perspective, okay? And when I say higher here, I mean broader. I mean, you know, they're showing me like essentially a planetary view of everything. And really going, this is an invitation, and this is going to resonate for some of you, for some it won't, to really look at our energy, how we are being distracted, how we are able to transmute this from a much more cosmic perspective. And of course, you can, if it resonates with you, if you work with Lyran energies, if you also connect to Commander Ashtar, to this sort of, you know, whatever cosmic, he's saying to me, whatever cosmic energies you work with, asking them to give you guidance on this, because it's really interesting when you start to see this from a much more broader perspective. Just how precious your energy is, just how precious your frequency is, okay? And all of that is shifting. All of that is shifting right now. Okay, I'm going to be asking, just popping a couple cards here to close out this reading from the Starseed Oracle, of course. Activated Earth, power places, ley lines, trust where you're led. What they're showing me with this, with Activated Earth, is again, the ley lines on Earth, the energy that is on Earth, on Momma Gaia, the ley lines that exist within our bodies and our nervous system, and how this is all connected. How energy is everything. Your frequency, how you are working on your frequency, how you are alchemizing energy, how you're transmuting your energy. It is so crucial at the moment. How you're navigating your body, how it's so connected. This has come through previous videos as well. Starkeeper, cosmic ancestor, seed the light by staying grounded. Yeah, seed the light by staying grounded. I can't remember which video it was, but I'm going to post it. I'm going to put a card right here where we talked about the body, the importance of the body. I believe it was thank you. It was the Venusians that had come through for that, okay? Where we were talking about your body being sacred, your body being your temple. This is another confirmation to that. Taking care of your body, taking care of your nervous system. Your capacity to hold a certain degree of frequency energy is all determined by how much you have regulated your nervous system. This is not like, this isn't something to ignore. This one needs to pop out. Yeah, weight of the world, boundaries, let it go. It's not yours to carry. These distractions are not yours to carry. If anything, the distractions are what weigh us down. We need to create healthy boundaries around distractions, around how much time we give ourselves every day to it's funny, they're showing me how it's not about, because they're showing me how we can consciously be involved in certain things. We can consciously be involved, let's say on a social media platform. We can do that. We can consciously be watching, you know, a particular movie that has a certain resonance with us, that energetically we vibe to, right? It's not all, like they're showing me there, it's all about, again, consciousness. Is this aligning to where you are energetically right now? Or is this aligning to the person perhaps you were, right? And allotting a certain amount of time for that, because they're giving me the analogy of like the 80-20 rule when it comes to food. And they're showing me it's like 80% of the time, just like with this 80-20 rule, you want to be eating healthy, you want to be eating clean, you want to be conscientious of where your food is coming from and what you're putting into your body. But there's going to be those times, 20% of the time, where it's like you're out at a restaurant and you've only got 3 options and, you know, everything's fried, like you're hungry and you need to eat. So you're going to make that choice. You'll make the best choice still in those circumstances. And sometimes it's also the delectable, they're showing me treats, they're showing me, isn't that interesting? And this is I love this because it's very much in tune with, Commander Ashtar is bringing this energy in a different way, and Lazar is bringing this energy in a different way too, because these are all experiences. At the end of the day, they are experiences. They are part of the human experience. And it all comes back to temperance and balance. So energetically, what are you taking in 80% of the time, and 20% of the time when you need a break, when you need to do something, when you just want to kind of like chill, right? Be conscientious even there, though, is what they're saying to me. Be aware of those. Make the best decisions you possibly can. And really, really tune in to where you are at energetically, okay? And ask yourself, am I doing this to distract myself? Because I need to like regulate right now? And what would be a healthier choice? Activated Earth at the bottom of the deck again, okay? They want me to pop one more here, and then I'm going to close out this reading. Yeah, just, oh. Hiraeth, longing for home, homesick for the stars. Okay, yeah. So, this is actually, Lazar is bringing this through if you resonate with the Lyran collective, because this is a really big part of the Lyran consciousness, okay? Longing for home. What they're also bringing through here, though, is that, oh, wow, they're showing me that this mindless scrolling, this distraction, has to do with us also as starseeds trying to placate this homesickness, trying to placate this longing for home, trying to deal with a lot of the crap that we are seeing in the world, okay? The things that we're hearing, the energies that we're picking up on, okay? It is so important for us to get back to this peace, this energy of, again, regulating our nervous system. They're showing me a lot of meditation, a lot of breath work, okay? They're showing me energies that are helping to really transmute this energy. Transmute this energy. it's almost like there's a void. Okay, this is going to go very deep. I'm going to leave it here though, because this could be a whole other exploration. They're showing me a deeper void within our psyches, within our souls even, where we long for something. And there's so many clues if we go into that void. This involves also doing, some kind of shadow work, 100%. For some of us, that might be relevant, where we are having to really look at why we are constantly kind of fumbling with these distractions, getting to the deeper reason for it. Wow, there's like a whole other message coming through here, like all these questions coming up, like when is it happening? What are you doing? What's the deeper thing going on, right? Are you avoiding some kind of work that like, what's that? I just came across this saying recently and I do not know who said it. Maybe I'll find it and I'll put it in the description box below, but it's basically like the magic you're waiting for is on the other side of what you're avoiding. The magic you're waiting for is on the other side of what you're avoiding. And there's a lot out there that's trying to keep us from our magic. I'm just gonna, with all these distractions, okay? We the Hawthorns, deep love, mother's milk, birth is a portal. So there's a beautiful, I'm feeling a lot of Mother Mary coming through with this as well. These are also Venusian energies, okay, coming in to support us. Calling upon these energies, working with these very motherly energies, mother's milk, nourishment, divine feminine energy supporting us at this time. These are the healing energies of regulating this nervous system as well. That's what it's coming back to. This birth is a portal. They're giving me, I'm hearing growing pains. I'm hearing, just like we have labor pains, right? Which you could argue, I mean, it's not always painful. It all depends on, that's a whole other topic for conversation, which I won't get into, but especially what they're bringing in here is this energy of, we go through, I'm actually seeing like a chrysalis and a butterfly, like I'm seeing a cocoon energy breaking through this cocoon, that weird, gooey, sticky, process that we have to go through when we are shifting, when we are still habitually doing things and then realizing like we're doing this and we're kind of having a moment where we're going like, I don't even know why I'm doing this anymore. This isn't who I am anymore. And having a deep love and compassion for ourselves, for even being here, okay? For signing up to be here, okay? Because heck, Earth School, we're talking masterclass level here, okay? I'm going to end out this reading with Hiraeth. Remember that there's a reason why you came here, okay? And this is a clue to go deeper. That's an invitation to go deeper. This feeling, this longing for home, feeling homesick, feeling like you don't belong, okay? There is something in that for you. There's something in that for us. Because it is no random joke that you're here, okay? I'm going to end it there. Thank you, Commander Ashtar. Thank you, Lazar, for being here. I thank you for sharing your time, your energy with me in this space. I'm sending you so much love wherever you are. In love and liberation always.